Hello everyone, we continue knitting the bunny hat. You are in the InStyle Knitting Studio. We haven't knitted 2 centimeters to reach the required diameter of the base. Why 2 centimeters? Because 2 centimeters is 1 row. Look, this is the diameter, right? There is a line that passes through the center of the diameter, and roughly 1 centimeter takes up 1 row here. Here, approximately 1 centimeter takes up our row. Accordingly, we do not knit 2 centimeters or 1 row to reach the required diameter. After this, see what we do. We need to transition more smoothly from the base to the straight piece. For this, we divide the increases from the last row, the one we have not finished, into 2 rows. Initially, we cast on 12 stitches in a ring, so, in each row, we had 12 increases. If you have a different number of stitches, then you will have the same amount of increases in each row. This means we haven't knitted 2 centimeters or 1 row to the required diameter. In this 1 row, we should have had 12 increases. We divide these 12 increases by 2. That is, in the next row, we knit 6 increases per row. And in the subsequent row, which should be straight, we also make 6 increases there. I have knitted 6 rows here. In total, in the 6th row, I have 72 double crochets. Look, we are knitting the 7th and 8th rows. As follows, we take the number of stitches in the 6th row, 72. We divide by 6 increases. Since in the 7th row we will have only 6 increases, this gives us 12. That is, we will have an increase in every 12th stitch in the 7th row. As a result, from 72 stitches, we will get 78. Since we have 6 increases, our 8th row, right, we take the number of stitches in the previous row, the 7th. 78, we divide by 6 increases, as in the 8th row, we will also have 6 increases. This gives us 13. That is, we will have an increase in every 13th stitch. And we are adding 78 columns, right, in the 7th row. We are adding our 6 increases that we made in the 8th row. This means we will have 84 columns in the 8th row. We knit our 7th row, make 2 chain stitches to transition to the 7th row, and we need to make 11 columns in the 7th row, with an increase in the 12th. We don't forget to alternate in the previous row. I worked under the chain stitches. I won't do that in this row. So, this is our first column. The second column I knit not under the chain stitches, but a bit further over here, the second, third, and I continue until the 11th column with a yarn over. 11 are knitted into the 12th column. This is our first increase of 6. Next, again 11 regular columns and an increase. So we will have 6 increases in the 7th row, and in the end, there should be 78 columns in the 7th row. We finish the 7th row. My last increase is under the chain stitches. We make a slip stitch into the second, our column of this row. We transition to the next 8th row, 2 chain stitches to rise. In the 8th row, we will have an increase in every 13th column already. This means, in the previous row, we didn't knit under the chain stitches at the beginning of the row. So in this row, we will knit the 2nd column under the chain stitches, 2 columns. 3, and we knit until 12. 12 columns are knitted, and in the 13th, we make an increase. This is our first increase of 6. In this row, we also make 6 increases, we alternate. 12 regular columns with the increase. In the end, we should have 6 increases and 84 columns, with a yarn over in the 8th row. The last 6th increase is in this column. not under the chain stitches, not here, but a bit earlier. We worked under the chain stitches at the start of the row. We make a slip stitch, 2 chain stitches to transition to the next row. That's it, our increases are finished. After this, we start knitting the hat straight, without any increases. Let's not forget to alternate these stitches and skip stitches with chain stitches at the beginning of the row. If you join like I do, you can do a regular join. That's up to you, of course. Now, we knit the hat straight to the height we need. In my case, it is 17 centimeters. I will knit and tell you later how many rows I have knitted straight. I knitted 11 rows straight and finished the knitting. I cut the yarn. I made 1 chain stitch for securing. I ended up with a height of about 17 centimeters. We also consider that there will be half a centimeter for the edging. We will edge with single crochet stitches. After that, what do? We take 4 markers and mark the places where the ears will be knitted. We fold the hat in such a way that the seam is in the center. Next, we turn the hat over and check that on both sides there is about 1.5 centimeters and mark it with a marker. Then, from this marker towards the seam, toward our seam, we count. You can count 17 double crochet stitches, you can count 15, you can count 13, you can count 11. It all depends on the thickness of the yarn and what width you want for the ear. My ear width will be 13 double crochet stitches. I marked it with a marker. I did the same here. Then from the seam you can count to have an even number here. Stitches, well, if something is a bit slanted, just move the markers a bit. That's it. So, we decided on the width of the ear. This is about 6 centimeters. Next, we will knit the ears ourselves. We will knit in turning rows for each row. We will decrease by 2 stitches on each side. We will keep decreasing until we have 3 double crochets left. After that we will close the work. Let's knit 1 ear as an example. Where we have the marker, we insert the hook there. We grab the working yarn and knit 2 chain stitches to rise. I knit the first chain stitch using 2 threads, then I leave the tail. I knit the second chain stitch with a single thread. For the first row, we crochet regular double crochets. In total, we should have 13 double crochets, including the rising stitches. I immediately place the yarn here to hide this end. The end of the yarn I already leave on the wrong side. And we finish our double crochets. Done. The markers can be removed. Next, we move on to the next row. We make 2 chain stitches to rise and turn the work. In the previous row, we had 13 double crochets. In this row, accordingly, there should be 11 double crochets. Since we decrease by 2 double crochets in each row, this is our first double crochet of the chain stitches. Now look, we knit the second and third double crochets together with a shared top. We insert the hook and end. Do not finish the double crochet, then again, yarn over in the next stitch. We also do not finish the double crochet. As a result, we have 3 loops on the hook and we crochet the 3 together in one motion. If someone doesn't know how to crochet 2 double crochets together with a shared top, I have a hint above. Next, it turns out we have crocheted 2 double crochets. That is the first of the chain stitches and the second one with a common peak. 2, 3, we crochet to the end of the row, and at the end we get 1, 2, and the third column of chain stitches. In other words, we left 3 columns, and now, take a look. We do the same on this side. We will crochet the last column with a regular stitch, while the second and third from this side we also crochet together with a common peak, just like at the beginning. Look, the outer columns will be regular, and the second and third, and here the second and third. So, on both sides we will crochet them together with a common peak. We didn't finish one, we didn't finish the second, and together with the common peak, and at the end, I crochet the last column into the column of the previous row. This resulted in 11 double crochets and 2 chain stitches for the rise. We turn the work. In this row we will have 9 double crochets. This is our first column. Next, the second and third together. This will be our second column in this row, so it turns out 2 columns connected. Next, we crochet to the end of the row. We do not finish 3 columns. And at the end, the second and third column from this side, we crochet together with the common peak. And the last column, the column of the previous row. Thus, friends, we will decrease to the end of the row. I will not show all rows. So, in this row we should have 9 columns, and so on, decreasing by 2 columns in each row. And we'll reach the point until we have 3 stitches left. Friends, I will also show how to crochet the last row. Right now, I have 5 columns. We move to the next row. This is our first column. Next, we crochet 3 columns together with a common peak. It's the same just 3 times. 1 not finished, 2 not finished, 3 not finished. On the hook, 4 stitches. We crochet together, so the first column is the chain stitches, then this is the second stitch, the second column, and the third, as usual, the last column from the previous row. In total, we have 3 double crochets, meaning 3 stitches. After this, we make a chain stitch and cut the thread. This is what the loop looks like. We crochet the second one the same way. After this, friends, we will edge it with white thread. I place the fabric with the wrong side facing me and crochet single crochets all around the hat. At the corners I crochet 2 single crochets. Here too, I do 2 single crochets. That is, we check to make everything look nice. I won't show how it's done anymore. Okay, after this, we will meet to make tassels. We have finished edging. This is how the tails are looking now, then we will hide everything. So, keep watching. We cut such small strands. That is, we ended up with 3 strands. Each consists of 4 threads, 4 pink, 4 white, and 4 pink again. My thread length is 60 centimeters. After that, see what we do. We take the wrong side of the ear towards us. Next, we take a pink strand and fold it in half. Here is the center. Right, we insert the hook a bit to the right. We grab the middle of the strand and pull it through here, leaving the tail for now. Then we take the white strand and do the same. We fold it in half, pinching it in the middle and pulling it through. We also take another pink strand. After this, using our fingers, we grab these loops and tie a knot. So, we grab our tails, all of them. We try to tie the knot as nicely as possible. I usually go through and tighten all the threads, tighten them. Now we braid normally. Do not pull the braid too tightly. It should be nice and soft. After we have braided a long enough braid, we are left with these tails. We separate 2 threads from 1 strand. Then we braid as usual. We knit a little after that, we take these two threads in different directions. From the front side, we tie a knot. This means we wrap our braid and tie a knot. We can do 2 knots. Then, from the inside, where we have these 2 knots, we insert the hook under the knots and pull it down. I make it so that these knots do not stick out too much. This is how it turns out. After that, we unravel our braid and trim the ends. The length of the entire braid is 19 centimeters. The length to the knot is about 12, the rest is the tassel itself. We also knit the second one and we'll meet you in the third part, which will come out very soon. Happy knitting to everyone.